my dear students, how are you? I hope you are all fine. Thank you so much. This is our new online course, as you can see, and it's about grammar. All right, the passive voice, as you can see, the passive voice. All right. Maybe some of you know how. Maybe some of you know or have prior knowledge about this about this lesson, passive voice. Anyway, so let's try it together, please, to understand this lesson. Okay. Anyway, first of all, let's start to define what do we mean by the passive voice. The passive voice is used when we want to focus attention on the person or thing affected by the action. Okay? The passive voice is used when we want to focus attention, to put light on, in other words, to focus attention on the person or thing affected by the action. Okay. Normally, the performer of the action or the agent comes first and is made the subject of the verb. And then we use the active form of the verb. In other words, when I want to use a passive voice, I should transform my active voice. In other words, I should have an active voice, as you know. Then this active voice, this active sentence, this active voice sentence should be transformed into a passive voice sentence. And I should make some changes, as you know. All right, it's quite easy. Listen carefully. Let's proceed. The other person or thing is made the object of the verb. Okay, in other words, if I want to use the passive voice, I should make some changes. Look at these examples. Look carefully. This is my active voice sentences, as you can see. I have 3 sentences in here, all right? Active voice sentences, and I will transform them into passive voice sentences, as you can see. For example, see the first one. Monkeys adore bananas. All right? Monkeys adore bananas. This is a very simple active sentence. I have monkeys as a subject, adore a verb, and bananas the object. All right? Good. If I want to change it into a passive voice sentence, it will be this way. Bananas are adored by monkeys. Here in the definition I said that when we want to focus attention on the person or thing affected by the action. Here you are. Monkeys adore bananas. All right. They like bananas. In other words, bananas are adored by monkeys. My attention is on bananas, the fruit. My attention, my light is on the word bananas as a thing, so as a fruit, as a food for monkeys. So bananas are adored by whom? By monkeys. All right, so it's quite clear. In other words, monkeys, which is the subject, will be put at the end of the sentence in here. Adore, which is present simple, as you can see, present simple verb, should be transformed into are adored. Okay, are refer to bananas as a plural form. Okay, are adored is the other or the verb adore change or transform into are adored. In other words, the action is on bananas. My attention is on bananas. That's why I should transform the verb also. All right, here my verb is past participle or participle. The participle of the verb adore is adored, and I should use are or add are because I'm using this sentence in the present simple, as you can see. That's why I should use are plus the participle of adore, which is adored. I simply add ed. All right, and again, when I add ed, what does it mean? It means that adore is a regular verb. Sometimes we might have irregular verb and the verb form is changed completely. But in here, because I have a regular verb, adore, I just add ed for the participle form. Okay? The past participle form. Good. The same for the other examples. As you can see, the cashier counted the money. As simple as such. The past voice should be The money was counted by the cashier. Again, my attention is on money. The money was counted by the cashier, simply. So the cashier, which is the subject, counted. Here is the past simple of count. Okay, my sense is in the past simple. Counted as a verb. And the money, which is the object, the same as the previous sentence. So the money, which is my attention, which is my focus, was counted by the cashier. Good. And you can see here I am adding, or I have added by, as you can see. The preposition by. Here, it's optional to say by monkeys or by something else. But if you want to precise, to make your sentence more specific and more precise, we have to add by. It means to know who is doing the action. Who is doing the action? Who is performing the action? By monkeys, by the cashier. I should add it at the end. All right. The same for the other sentence. The dog chased the squirrel. The squirrel was chased by the dog. All right. So this is it. I should also pay attention to the verb. Here I'm using the past simple for the verbs, counted and chased. When I want to transform it into passive voice, I should say was counted and was chased, as you can see. So, the money was counted by the cashier, and here the squirrel was chased by the dog. Alright, if you notice, counted, as I said, is a past simple. Alright, here I should use the verb to be in the past simple, as you can see. Compared to the first sentence, adore is the present simple. Here, my present or my verb to be should be in the present simple, are. And here, counted, which is the past simple, my verb to be should be in the past simple, was counted, chased, was chased, and so on and so on, and so on and so forth, by the cashier, by the dog, and that's it. So this is it, my passive voice. So we use the passive voice to make attention or to put attention on the person or the thing. Let's go back to the definition. The passive voice is used when we want to focus attention on the person or thing affected by the action. Affected. Look at this word carefully. Affected by the action. In other words, bananas are affected by the action. By whom? By the monkeys. Here the money is affected by whom? By the cashier. Here the squirrel is affected by whom? By the dog. Understood? So I put attention or I put focus on the person or thing affected by a given action, a given move, a given, for example, anything. Basically, a given action or a given movement. All right. So this is it, as simple as such. That's the passive voice, as you can see. It's quite easy. It's not complicated. You just take the sentence. You just take the lesson, please. You just write the lesson in your notebooks, please. You can pause the video each time you want and take your lesson. All right. After finishing writing the lesson, please, you have to focus on. You have to go to the page 91 of the Full Blast book and try to answer activity D. All right. Try to answer activity D. Thank you so much. That's the end of the lesson. If you have any question, please feel free to ask me, all right, on the group, okay, on the WhatsApp group. Thank you so much, and see you for the next lesson, inshallah. Thank you, my dears.